we shall. Let's do it. Please, my cams work. Ha! Fantastic. I'm a wizard. I am wizardly.
Wizard.
There you
No,
go.
you're a bard.
Yeah, I am.
Wizard.
I sell you tomato based fruit salad as salsa. Yeah, we've seen that. Never mind. Anyway, welcome guys to Recap Thursday, the show where we recap everything that happened in our Sunday night RPG session. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Last episode on Pathfinder D20. No, just kidding. We met with Madsen, the crime lord of the undermarket.
The undermarket. We have a run-in with him and his entourage in the special rendezvous.
Timeshare. The
Tunnel.
rendezvous. Yeah, the rendezvous timeshare tunnel. And we cornered him. He surrendered to us. He surrendered to us. You want to take it away on this one?
Oh, sure. So now, last session ended with him yelling, "That's enough." Puts out his arms, gets us to stop because we've killed 2 of his men, which he doesn't really like. So, he tells us to stop. Now, last week we're there. The guy asks if we can negotiate something. Bit of back and forth between him and Kira. He wants to trade info for a hit.
That's a big thing. Basically, he wants to first find out what we're there for, what we want, and we tell him that we want information on who ordered. Grimm's really direct to the point on this one. He asked who ordered the hit on Baron Feekson? Yeah, that's Feekson. Yeah, that's the right one. That's the right Baron. There's so many. See, so many barons and dukes and whatnot. So yeah, the hit on Baron Feekson. And he goes off on this very eloquently put, made up word tangent on how that's not how it works. If we want to trade, if we want the information, we have to trade of something of value. And it turns out that there is something that only we can do. Basically, he wants, as Leg said, he wants us to assassinate somebody for him in order to trade for that info. Now, that really doesn't sit well with anyone. We're not assassins. That's not. We are champions.
Yeah, and we can see how this would interfere with our reputation as well. Like having the whole party involved in this would mean that Kira's reputation would be at stake.
Noble.
Who is a noble? Yeah, and she's running the
defense.
Yeah, the defense for all of the Redlands, and that's kind of a big deal. And so she doesn't really want to be seen in that light.
And her brother is running for Lord Protector. That's
so that would extend
scandal.
To that. Yeah, Rokor being the former lead of still like the lead of the House Torstone Guard.
Yep.
And now the warden of Fort Andrin, and we've got Grimm, who's hold on. So we got Wes, who is now married to Kira, and is the marshal of Fort Andrin. So these are all like directly connected things that should not be.
Yeah.
The image should not be tainted.
Yeah.
So now Grimm is really the only one who can do this. Quietest,
yes,
but we still don't really want to take
absolutely. And the party basically says no. Grimm just says no. So they start to continue the fight.
Kira actually says she's like had enough of this guy. She really doesn't like him. Says kill his men and take him by force. Because they need to take him alive so they can
See,
interrogate him.
we can't we won't assassinate anyone for him, but we will just kill all his thugs. That's 100% okay.
Wow,
No,
do what you gotta do.
yeah. With how things worked out, Grim cast Hold Person on Madsen, but it fails, and Madsen basically looks at Grim and he says, "If you do that again, you're like I'll kill your father," basically. Which rocks Grim. Like, where is this coming from? It's off to left field, and so Grim tries to figure out if he's bluffing or if he's if basically if he's bluffing, and he's dead serious.
Yeah, he's not fucking around.
So Grim is on edge. Kira is about to cast the same thing on Madsen, seeing that he's still moving, and
he goes, Grim, what did I say?
No, well, she starts. She didn't cast it.
Yeah.
But as she is about to cast it, Grim basically yells out, "Wait, please, my lady, let's hear him out. Let's so all that culmination that Legs was talking about how everything, Grim, with his father being threatened and him having the least amount, he's a superstar, he's a rock star, but he's not really tied to anything politically or anything that he's just a commoner who was granted his station. It's okay. Like, basically he's taking this burden on himself because it's his father. So he asks, fine, we'll do it as long as we can get the information. I'll do whatever you need to do. Madsen basically uses his dwarf as a table to write down the information about instructions about what Grim has to do, and gets one of his lackeys to hand it over to Grim. And as soon as Grim takes it, he's out of there. He basically dimensions doors and teleports himself out of there, heading back to the castle, leaving the rest of the party in the tunnel.
Yeah, which immediately following, he contacts Watcher back at the fort, and gets him to retrieve his father and keep him safe at the fort.
Yeah, in the keep.
In the keep, just to make sure that nothing happens to him. And Watcher goes right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go in, or Rokor, Wes, and Kira go to keep Grim company. Try to get some info out of him, and he basically just refuses. Doesn't want us to help him at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to give us any information. But still, the next day, we all follow him to the market, where he disguises himself as a fruit merchant.
Yeah. A fruit merchant. Because the meeting place, basically what was on the instruction list was just a series of very detailed instruction. Madsen says that we don't need to know who, the name of this man, who the man is. It's just, here's a list of specific instruction. He's going to be wearing these rings on these fingers. He's going to be dressed, he's wearing this hat, like very, that you can't mistake it. And the meeting place is actually at the third bell in the middle of the marketplace. And at the very bottom of the page, it says discretion is advised. And the night before, they asked him. Grim doesn't give up any information whatsoever. But what is it? Kira and Wes go shopping, and when the time nears, Kira actually dimensions doors them up to like a bell tower, or like the rooftop of the highest building in the marketplace, overlooking the marketplace, and to basically keep an eye on Grim. Meanwhile, Rokor is being Rokor things, and he's literally following Grim around like a stray puppy, but
Yeah,
like
like
Grim's
very
just like,
close.
stop, just get up. Make
Yeah.
yourself scarce. Leave me alone. You're going to ruin this. And Rokor basically just takes a step in, one step away and stands there. He's
Yeah.
glimmered his armor to look like one of the Redland Guard, though. So he looks like one of the city guard. As he goes there, and to make his guys a little bit more, yeah, fully armed and armored stray puppy.
Yeah.
To make his guys more believable, he actually spends a couple hours going and pretending to be a fruit vendor, handing out apples to so that it doesn't look strange that he approaches people and be like, oh yeah, there's that fruit vendor that's been approaching everyone all afternoon to go visit a stall and handing out samples. Now, when the bell chimes thrice, a man who fits the description that Madsen put in walks into the middle of the plaza, and he is holding he is being flanked by two children. Grim only can imagine is his son and his daughter, and he's trying to usher them along. And so Grim takes a deep breath, steels himself, and approaches the man, very charismatically. Afternoon, sir. Please, I'm just a simple, fruit vendor. We're giving away samples. It's the best, produce that you'll ever find. You'll never shop anywhere else. Just one bite, and you'll be convinced. And, first he's a little reluctant. He's like, no, this is not the reason why we're at the market today. And he's trying to usher his children along. But Grim pushes the issue, and finally, exasperated, he reluctantly agrees. And Grim produces a special apple that he's been keeping and hands it to him, while he gives two normal apples to the children to keep them busy. And
so that they don't eat the
so that they don't
special
so
apple.
He doesn't and the apple itself is just an apple of eternal sleep, which thinks Snow White. He's not dead, he's just sleeping. He takes a bite, and he passes his will save, so he doesn't fall asleep. And which Grim's like, I just need to push more, because we looked it up. If you take another bite, you just have to make another save.
Yeah.
So he pushes him more. Thankfully, the diplomacy check, he takes another bite, fails. And the man just slumps over, and Grim catches him. His children look up from their apples, a little bit surprised, and Grim turns to them, says, be a good boy and girl, be good boys and girls, and just stay there while I take care of your father. Which they're just utterly confused and whatever, they're whatever. And Grim dimension doors to an alley that he had set up beforehand, basically away from prying eyes.
Yeah. So Wes and Kira actually teleport or dimension door back down to the children to sort of keep them occupied while Grim has kidnapped their father.
He's basically going to turn them orphaned.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here, we'll take care of you while our friend just kills your dad.
Yeah, so we lie to them saying everything's fine. We don't even know if everything's fine, but whatever. So Wes brings out his monkey and makes him do some tricks, and
they use Rokor.
Stand by.
They use Rokor as a kind of be like, hey, look, the city guard's there. They kind of reassure.
Don't worry, everything's fine. And so the kids clearly have no regard for stranger danger, and just stick around, Everything's fine.
Well, you have a very attractive young couple, taking care of
True.
you. Plus,
And the guard.
a guard, and be like,
And
okay,
a monkey.
and the monkey. There
I'd
it
be
is.
fine.
Yeah, be like, this is
Take all the
fantastic.
parents you need. We have an attractive couple, a guard.
Yeah. Are
and a
you my
monkey.
new mommy? Are you my new daddy? Fantastic. Done. So meanwhile, in the alley, Grim faces a decision, right? He can either kill this guy and do what Madsen says to protect his father, or he can find out what it is that Madsen wants from him, who he is, risk his father's life, but essentially save the man and still get everything he wants. Right? And as he stands over the man, he ties him up, gags him, and decides to dispel the magic and to wake the man up. So Grim dispels the magic from the apple of eternal sleep. He wakes up, and Grim kneels in front of him and says, I don't want to kill you, but that is it's basically up to you. The words that are about to come out of your mouth after I ungag you will mean your life or your death. And the man understands. He ungags him. Grim asks who he is. I didn't write down his name.
His
Warwick?
name is Dennis Bolson.
Dennis Bolson?
Dennis Bolson.
Yeah, I didn't write that one down. Okay. Yeah, and he's basically stepping on. Madsen and him are having a turf war. He's having a turf war. We're guessing Grim kind of puts two and two together. They're in the same business, and Madsen just wants to take out the competition, right? Grim lays it down. I don't want to kill you. Madsen wants you dead. Sends me. Think about your children. Is it really worth it, right? The only reason that Grim kind of spared him and gave him even a chance to talk was because he saw the children, and he did not want to create two orphans that day. So the man kind of weighs its option, says, fine, now that because Madsen found me so easily, I'll tell him he won, and I'll leave Brenziri. Grim still feels a little bit responsible, so he offers them sanctuary, or a place to stay, or a place to work in Fort Andron, because he thinks if Madsen is such an asset to the spy master Irina,
Yeah.
Then Watcher can, even though Watcher is Watcher on badass, there are some necessary evils, and if we have this guy, it could work out. It could maybe turn Fort Andron into a better place. If he is anything short of what a Madsen is, being terribly informed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Terribly informed. So basically, that happens. Grim unties him. He asks for a piece of paper, or basically parchment and writing utensil. Grim hands it to him. He seals it and basically tells him to hand it to Madsen the next time I see him, which is perfect. He exits.
Because that'll be soon.
Yeah, that'll be soon. So he exits the alley and walks over to where his children are being entertained by Kira, Wes, and Rokor, and his monkey. And he looks at them and with great sincerity says thank you. And a few moments afterwards, Grim exits the alleyway as well, rejoins up with his friends, and he's trying to gauge what they're feeling, or what they're feeling, which I feel like, honestly, it was an RP moment that was wasted. I
Yeah.
was I was I was I was waiting for you guys to be like really proud of Grim, right?
Um,
Like, what happened if I just decided to just kill the guy? Like, would you guys have acted the same way? Like,
Probably not. I think we just really
did you trust
didn't
me?
know what was going on.
Did you
I mean, like
well,
we saw that you didn't kill the guy,
yeah.
which
And
is
which
great.
then begs the question is like, well, what about your father? Like, are you whatever? And that's why, like, offhanded as a third, like as an
uh,
outside player, I was like, you know what? My father raised a good man. My father did not raise no murderer,
no.
right? And
Also, I think I was eating cake at that
I
time, so my mind was
okay,
elsewhere.
right in the
Couldn't
cake.
RP.
I'm just saying, Wraithborn, things like that. You guys got to
Oh,
jump on it. You guys
oh,
got to jump on it.
oh. You have no fucking idea.
Oh, I'm
I mean, you do. You
yeah,
have
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
the most idea out of everyone, but like,
Yeah, no,
man.
but yeah. Anyway, minus aside, it was he gauges they're a little bit confused. They're a little bit like what's going on, and Grim basically says this is the part. This is the part where he will need their help, right? He did not let them help with all this going on, um,
Now.
but now this is where it is because if Madsen decides to go back on his word, shit's going down. Right, shit's going down. So fast forward to the
Rokar only
time
talks
machine.
during torture time. It's so
That's so
true.
true. So true. Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Anyway.
go and meet with Madsen. He's replaced his casualties with some fresh new faces. Really excited to be there. They've got their new job as henchmen for Madsen. They
Stepping
have
up
no
in the world.
idea. They have no idea what's in store for them. So Madsen approaches us. He says that went interestingly.
Yeah.
Not exactly what he was hoping for, but
Terribly
his exact
informed.
words were, "I never want to see that man again." He didn't say assassinate this man. He didn't say exile him from the capital. He just said, "I never want to see him again." So I think we've made that pretty
Bard, diplomat, got the wiggle room. That's it.
exactly. So we ask him who ordered the hit on Feigson. He doesn't give us a name, but he does say that he had a scar on his cheek, and a
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
very distinct dagger, and fine clothing. So
Joker scar. Joker scar, not
yeah.
scar on the
So
cheek. Joker
so the
scar.
thing about the scar is that I think we recalled this while we're there, right? Or
What?
or
Sorry,
somebody
what?
does. The story about the scar.
Yes.
I think somebody figured this out while we're there. So he mentions the scar, and someone goes, "Oh, well, that must be
Oh no,
the
no.
or no,
Basically, no. You're
oh.
whatever. He basically he doesn't. We don't know a name. He just answers the description. Madsen beforehand says, "Well, that's not the way that I would have done it, but it's the end result that matters." And so
right,
he gives us this information about the guy who was basically just acting as a messenger for the person who had the hit. But he says, find out who he works for, you'll find your guy. And he describes it. He has the Joker. There's basically a punishment in the undermarket that if somebody talks too much, they give you the Joker scar.
yeah,
And so not a lot of people do that. As Leg says, he has a fancy dagger, and Grim gets in this cheeky shot in and says, oh, that's not the information that you were looking for, but it's the end result that matters. Basically telling Madsen that if it's not good enough and we don't find our guy, that he'll be seeing us again. We head back, ask Ander to get a meeting with Irina because we gotta use her resources to find the guy. As we get the meeting with her, we explain it, and she's like, I know that guy. I don't even need to. She's the one who's like, I know that guy.
yeah. But she's
And
like, before we do anything, we
are
need to
you sure?
keep this. Like, are you positive? And we're
Yeah.
like, yes, this is the info that he gave us. And she goes, okay, we need to keep this very quiet if you're absolutely sure. She says his name is Oric Sarta, and he works for Duke Reginald Lambin, who we met with the first time.
He was the first day. He was the first
candidate for Lord Protector, the very first dude we met with. He seemed legit, seemed like he knew what he was doing.
Too legit to quit.
So Irina leaves. She comes back an hour later, letting us know that Oric Sarta will be at a private card game that evening. So Wes's ears perk up, and he's like, "I'm in."
A card game, really? Yeah. Grim asks if there's a spot, that she can get us a spot. She says that can be arranged, and we basically, Wes volunteers, but we just sort of like, yeah, that's all you, buddy, that's all you. Wes is just like, yep, card game, boom. I ask if they're, what kind of high stakes game this is, if they're allowed anybody to accompany them, like a bodyguard, a servant. And Irina says that they're allowed one bodyguard, so the choice is obvious, and Rokor.
It's obviously Kira.
Yeah, it's obviously Kira. Yeah, that's who it. But Rokor goes with him. Meanwhile, though, just to be on the
they have
safe
names.
side.
They have.
Yes, they have fake names. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Kira doesn't, and Grim still want to be a part of this. Just to be around and back up. So they are going to also. Go in, but be in the front room in the gambling pit, so to speak, just to keep an eye out. And we get our very stealthy expert of yes, to concoct a knockout gas so that we can kidnap Oric and bring him back for questioning. So he gives Wes and Rokor antidote for his concoction. He's like, as soon as you enter the room, drink this. Drink it. Really. You'll dare.
And they're like, shouldn't we? It has like a really limited time. Shouldn't we drink it like right before you throw the thing in?
Oh God. Grim disguises Wes a little bit. Wes asks for a beard, so Grim gives them one. No need to do Rokor, because he can just glamour his armor, and he's in full plate, so whatever. Grim dresses up Akira. Takes a little bit of some inspiration from the pirate queen.
From a past hookup.
Whoa. To be fair, you offered me as tribute. Well, you see, we have this bar.
but you went.
That's
In
true.
the end, you went.
That's true. So yeah, just to make her look more devious, so that she belongs on the street.
Less regal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's talk about it. Still
like,
regal, it just in a different sense, Yeah. So on the side, me and Kira gave each other fake names.
Yeah.
Did you write that down?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Did you already say?
Yeah. No. I gave. Oh no, not yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say everyone's names.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have fake names. Wes's fake name is Leffa Fisk. And Rokor's fake name is Dwayne Johnson. Because he is a rock.
We actually went with that.
Yeah, we did.
What?
Of course we did. And then Kira's fake name is Lola Savant. And Grim's fake name is Myron Spriggs. So with these new identities, we go to the card game.
Yep.
So they're sitting at the table, playing their cards. Wes is doing his thing, like doing what he does best.
Yeah.
And the guy, he's sitting next to Oric, and Oric looks over and And after a little while, he goes, "Don't I know you?" And Wes goes, "Oh, well, maybe on a wanted poster. Maybe you see my face on a wanted. They never get my nose right." and and the guy goes, "No, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere." And then finally it clicks, and he knows where he's seen this guy before.
Yeah.
And he
It
recognizes
was
him.
all it's that damn disguise check. It just
Oh yeah,
wasn't good enough.
his
He was
beard starts falling down, and the
I didn't
guy.
know Wes was a sweater. I did not know that he sweats so much
So yeah, the guy recognizes him from the meeting with the Duke
on the
that
first day. Yeah.
on the first day. And so finally we alert Vorthen, and he standing outside the window. He just tosses a grenade
Through the window.
through the window, and Wes and Rokor drink their antidote, and the room fills with smoke, and we.
Wait. Well, a couple moments pass, and literally everyone gets knocked out. Only a few moments later after that, Vorthen basically comes in through the back door and knocks the door off his hinges, going, "Did it work?"
Did it work?
And seeing that everyone but Rokor and Wes are on the ground, he goes, "Fantastic!" And they quickly get Auric out, and head back to the castle. Meanwhile, Kira and Grim are outside playing, just in case anything. They see some smoke starting to seep out from under the back room door, and they know that it's time to go. So Grim's saying, "Miss Savant, I think it's time for us to take our leave."
Oh yes. We fold, and then we like really hastily leave the
we
room.
do that quick shuffle waddle out, and
Yeah. and then make it change it into a run as soon as we turn the corner.
Oh yes, and before they leave, Wes, being what Wes can, as they're dragging Auric out into the dark alley, takes all the money.
Yeah, because he got the glove. He's got the glove with the room.
Yeah, just.
So we capture the guy, drag the guy out, bring him to a secluded area.
No, we bring him back to our wing in the castle.
Which is a secluded area.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we
we're
bring
not
him back
wrong.
to our wing. We have him now under the spell called Zone of Truth. So he's not allowed to lie to us, but he is allowed to refuse to answer questions. We learn this after some interrogation, which starts to get pretty annoying. So Rokor steps in, and in comes the torture. The good old effective Rokor torture. And finally, he gets out some information.
Yeah, he stabs the guy with his own dagger. Like, holy shit.
That's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
So he gets some information out. He does tell us that Duke Lambin told him to get Avid out of the picture. Avid being Avid Feekson.
Mm-hmm.
If the others didn't pull out, then they would kill another one. So he was just meant to be a message for the rest of the candidates. But that didn't go as planned because we were there and we kept it very hush-hush. The only candidate that found out about it was Edmund, and he obviously didn't take it as a message.
Yeah, he basically goes on to continue to say that, Lambert wanted a shot at the polls. He was too... what is it? Torstone was too high profile, so he couldn't go after him. The blacksmith, what's his name? Smithson. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Smithson. Right. I was just like, why was I hesitating? That's his name. Yeah, the blacksmith Smithson was already lagging behind the polls. And he basically only had one competition, and he could do that. And this doesn't really click with Grim, And Grimm questions, saying that, does he not know that y- taking one of the candidates would just stop the election, right? Like what? Like that was risky. That was like a very risky move. Like a death
Mm-hmm.
happens, fine. We're not doing the election anymore, and he could have just canceled the whole thing. But Auric doesn't know. He wasn't given that much detail into the plan. So Grimm's a little bit like, okay, like something doesn't really stack up, because it's too much of a risk. And with Irina there, we get everything out of Auric, and we ask if that's enough information, enough of a tight knit case, I want to say, to bring the Duke in. And she said that's good enough, but by now he would have known that Auric was kidnapped, so he should be on high alert. Which is something that Grimm was warning about when the party chose to go after Auric and not the Duke directly. He might get suspicious and whatnot. But Irina says that she can do a little bit of crowd control and get us in the compound, since Lambert is actually in possession of a very large garrison.
I have to correct you.
Okay, sorry.
It's Lambin.
Lambert.
Lambin.
Lambin.
Yeah.
Lambin.
Like Michael Gambon.
Except
But
Lambin.
with
Lambin.
an L.
Yeah, Lambin, because he's a military man. He actually has a large amount of garrison soldiers of his personal house guard station. So we need to make this pretty sneaky deaky, all sneaky deaky like. And she said she would handle the rest. So
Yeah.
the party makes their way to the compound, which they go through the front gate, and the guard station there are slumped against against their post, and there's just a couple of dark cladded figures, just chilling. Just and then say that the way is clear. Everyone gives them a nod, and we enter the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
We actually enter the front gate of the house, and the guards. There's two station guards out and say, "Wait, you're not supposed to." And out of nowhere, from the shadows, all Assassin's Creed style, they
Just
they just get wrecked. Yeah, they just no tears, only sleep.
yeah. Yeah.
No tears, only sleep. Only sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. One of them like does the Assassin's Creed flip, caca, eagle screech, people die. And and we make our way to one of the I guess Irene's agents say that he's holed himself up in the study with a handful of guards, and we figure out where the study kind of is, and we head there, and we open the door, and Grimm basically says, Duke Lambin, you are under arrest for the murder of Baron Fixen. Surrender now, or prepare to fight. Meowth. That's right. No, okay. Take it away.
That's actually, I don't have anything more.
No, that's it. The fight breaks out. It's pretty fucking heated.
Yeah.
Rokor is a little worse for wear afterwards, but one of Rokor, basically at the end, everyone's dead except for Lambin, who gets knocked out. One of his rogues that's knocked out as well from Rokor, and one of his house guard that surrenders. So we have three people, including Lambin himself, that are basically alive, that we kept alive for questioning.
Yay!
Yeah.
And that is where we called it.
Yeah. That is
So
yeah, that's
yeah,
true. Dude, yeah, that's it.
that'd be the cliffhanger for this week.
That'd be the cliffhanger for this week. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. It was great. I can't wait. We're there. I feel
We're
it.
so
We're just
damn close.
we're there. The election can't be more than like a week away because it was a month.
We're pretty damn close.
Yeah, we're pretty damn close,
Yeah.
and then it's boxing time.
Mhm.
So,
And then we gotta decide if we want to go be immortal.
or close. I don't think Thomas is immortal. I think you just get to be like
He's just like
time
really
travel.
damn special.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think you guys just get to time travel and like bounce through worlds and be like, yeah, I don't know. Be like, let's save this one. I swear you're like what is it, like the Men in Black of this universe, or like yeah, or like the R.I.P.D.
Just super secret. Oh,
Yeah.
really? You watched that? How was
No, I didn't. I just
Oh.
know I want to because it looked like a really good premise, but
it? The premise,
the premise,
the execution, though.
I don't know. I might
know.
just have to watch that tonight. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it is if I do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go watch Star Wars because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
Ooh. Oh, I was just like, wait, that's not out yet. Like that's
Yeah, no.
that's
Episode
not.
4. Yeah. They just bought it on DVD because that was like the one that they didn't have,
Okay.
and I had the trilogy on VHS, but I couldn't find it.
Oh.
So
That's yeah. Anyway.
anyway.
Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Recap Thursday. We will see you, wonderful people, on Sunday for Sunday Night RPG. Do not forget that tomorrow is the Kadawa Shoujo episode, and also a little something on my part is going to be the finale of Life is Strange episode 5. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Is that it? Are we at the thing?
We are at the thing. Yes.
Okay.
You are free to dip.